Welcome. Y'all already know what this is, man. This is another episode of Two Cups of Truth Radio TV podcast, man. Today is a crazy day. I would like to say, I just started out saying, no, today is crazy. You know how you have a good night, you have a good day, then you have a good night, then you have a good morning, then somehow it just go left.
All the way.
So it just go left. So one day, you know what I'm saying, goddamn, we gonna have a left-sided conversation today, man. Like, for real, like, you know, so, but before we do any of that, y'all know who I got in the building with me already. You know who that is. I got that girl starting at point guard.
You already know. It's your favorite girl in the building. It's your girl Star Money all the way in the building. And I got my guy shooting the 3-pointers from behind.
Yeah, the shooting guard.
My guy Teezy over here on my side. Okay.
Hey, man, we got Teezy in the building, man. How y'all doing today, man? How y'all doing?
Gucci.
Great, blessed and highly favored.
You Gucci?
Gucci.
That's what's up. So, first thing first, then. First order of business, man. Like, I don't want to play long today. I want to get to what we getting to. So, look, I really love the law of attraction. The law of attraction changed my life to get into this mindset of thinking of, now, you know, it's kind of come from like the Bible too, they say, you know what I'm saying? But to truly just go put yourself and get in this mindset of thinking and believing what's for you is for you, and you can achieve and you can obtain these things. Mm-hmm. And just believing that really brings it about. You know, a lot of people really don't believe the law of attraction. Well, what about you?
Me or him first?
Both.
Well, me, I do. I believe in the law of attraction. That's why sometimes you gotta get rid of stuff for new stuff to come. So I believe in it. I think I did.
What's Webster's definition?
We gotta look up Webster's definition. I'm glad you said that. So that's what we'll be doing. We gotta look up Webster's definition. Hey, we gotta look up Webster's definition of what? The law of attraction. I don't know Webster.
You want to know your definition of the law of attraction?
Yeah, what's yours, Magic?
Well, my definition of the law of attraction, I ain't know we were asking for definitions, but my definition of the law of a law of attraction, man, you have to have the courage to believe in the impossible.
Yeah.
So you know, like a lot of people not courageous enough to believe in the impossible.
I can go along with that.
So, you know, that would be my definition, just having the courage enough to believe in the impossible.
So
I like that definition.
Attracting what you want.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, you got to walk it like you're talking.
What you believe is what you receive. That's what I'm getting. That's what it is. It's what you believe, you receive. Like, whatever you want. Like they say, if you want certain things, that you could cut out pictures and write it down, and you make all kind of boards to the things, the images that you want to achieve or get to. So you put them in arm's reach. You start going to get it. Like I want a Lambo truck. So they said I should go test drive the Lambo truck, get it filled for the Lambo truck, ride the Lambo truck around and know it's mine. And then I'm gonna have that truck, you know.
Right.
So I believe I did.
So question. Law of attraction. Let's see how I want to say this. So you believe in prayer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I believe in prayer.
When you pray, who are you praying to?
Hey,
I'm praying to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Hey, the Almighty, you know.
The Almighty give you power to attract what you want?
Oh yeah.
I believe He did.
Okay. So prayer without, how they say it, work without prayer is what?
Faith without works or something.
Is dead, right?
Yeah, faith without works is dead or something like that. Yeah, you got to be taking a step now. You got to be doing so now.
So
you know what I'm saying? Hey,
the
law of attraction not really for lazy people. The law of attraction is not really. So I see where you're going. The law of attraction is not really meant for lazy people.
Oh, you talking about the people who just lay around and
they didn't want to lay around and think all day. These are the thinkers. And you seen a statue before where that man just be sitting out with the, like he just thinking he ain't moved in 40 years.
Look like this.
He ain't moved in 40 years. Matter of fact, you know what? That's a great segue. You know what I'm saying? That's a great segue because I got one of my mentors in the building today. And this guy here, I be on him about thinking. Like, stop thinking, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? This guy has inspired me and helped me become the man that I am. So, you know, so I feel like it's only right to go back when you the grown and you use what you learned for good to go back and say, man, know what? Quit thinking. It's time for you to come on now. Yeah. So, man, but this guy named, we're going to have to call him J-Mo today. So, man, y'all give it up for J-Mo, man. Y'all give us a warm welcome for J-Mo.
Sip, sip.
Hey, sip, sip, hooray! Hey, that's part of that's part of what Teezy do. He do the sip, sip, hooray! That's what he do. So yeah, so that's so that's the thing here. So Mr. Mo, how you doing?
Hey man, thanks for that warm welcome to be here for the first time. Nervous as hell.
Yeah. Well, don't be nervous, man. This here Star Money, this here Teezy, this here me. You know what I'm saying?
Regular Douglas.
Hey, so all the regular Douglas here. So but this law of attraction thing, man, like we discussing it. How do you feel about it?
Well, I think that you attracted to what you're attracted to. You know, so you've heard of situations where people have said, I saw them for the first time and knew. Mm-hmm. You know, I haven't had that happen to me yet, but I've heard it.
He talking about relationship.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
No, we're talking about the law of attraction. Like,
period.
Yeah, like
just
you have to think about. I want to have a certain level of success, and you just think that you can achieve being president of the United States. Like that had to be a powerful thought over and over and over and over again till the universe gave in and gave it to him.
Yeah.
So we talking about the law of attraction in that form.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want to talk about love.
Leave the love side alone.
Ain't nobody over here in love.
Well, I'm trying that out right now because I was telling you I want to buy some land.
Right.
So I'm trying your method out. I really want it. I'm going to look at it. I'm believing that it's mine. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to see if that happens. But I've heard of situations.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, I've heard of situations where people have made things manifest into their lives based on what they want. Yeah. And I think that does work, but it's got to be you got to be mentally prepared in order to make that happen. You got to believe.
But you can't have those blockers too now.
Oh yeah,
I'm loving this conversation.
Now don't forget about the blockers who is though you trying to get something that you want. It's somebody else that's blocking you or stopping you from getting to it because of the energy that they possess around you. So where you praying with an A, they could be praying against you with an E, and it's stopping or hindering your footsteps. So
sometimes you got to ask for discernment.
Yeah, sometimes you got to shake that stuff off. So you
I
can get
once
to where
heard an old lady
to.
tell us one time. She said, "Sometime when you want something, you just got to keep it to yourself."
Yeah, that's it.
Because a lot of times what you want for yourself, don't nobody want for you. Mm-hmm. And if you put that out there, as much as you're working for it, they're working against it, and it could definitely work to the opposite for you.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's deep. So then I have another thing I want to throw on out there too. Then along with that, so I believe the law of attraction really works. However, I think it works differently for good people and evil people. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like driving a car. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a teenager can drive a car, an old man can drive a car. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be driving different. They're going to use them in different ways. So I think it works differently for good people and evil people.
But what is good people and what is bad people? That's the thing, because you see a lot of stuff happen for people that you don't think good.
Right.
So I'm confused.
I think the devil be giving his blessings too now. Don't forget, the devil is in the blessing business now.
I don't even say that word. I don't even give him power or energy. I just call it the it.
Yeah. Well, the it is in the blessing business too.
Well, the it seem to be blessing.
He's gonna reward its people.
And then I ain't being funny, but it will make you seem, it can play tricks on you, because if you look at it, you'll look at the type of people who who getting it and who not getting it, and you'll look at some people and be like, dang, you've been trying the right way your whole life.
Right.
These people go the wrong way and they do certain things and they get everything you
everything.
was working for, but they obtained it the wrong way. So at this point, it's
the
kind
it
of like
factor.
right, but it's kind of like philosophy. Who told you the sky was blue? How do you know? So with that being said, do we really know what's good and what's bad? Because what's good to you may be bad to somebody else, and what's bad to somebody else may be good. So it's kind of confusing, if you ask me.
Well, why? So you got to pray for discernment. You just gonna have to have, you got to have a godly discernment to even understand or recognize godly things.
Yeah.
So that's just that's just what I'm thinking. And so you just gotta have a godly discernment, man. But but I do see people coming up. They be balling out of control. These evil people. I'm talking about, you be like, how, and I'm doing the right thing, and I'm trying to do it the right way. And these folks here, they just terrible people, and they ball. They living their best life.
Exactly.
But you have to realize for now.
Or are they living their best life?
Are they right?
Because a lot of times, perception is not reality. Reality is not perception. So, what we see on the outside, we don't know what's going on the inside.
Exactly.
You got a whole lot of rich, wealthy people that's miserable as hell.
Yeah.
They got miserable lives. They got miserable relationships. They don't have good relationships with their kids. But they got all of the things, all the material things.
Right.
Material things don't define you.
They don't. But
they don't. But for some people, they do.
But a lot of people look at them that way.
But some people do. They don't have no status if they don't have these material things. They even titles, job titles. Firsthand. I never respected a job title. You had to respect me, not the title. So, but some people, even a job title, they position with a certain company makes them feel like they wouldn't feel like nothing if they didn't have that. They want and to tie what you feel like to something that you don't even own is just so crazy to me. I never got that concept.
Well, maybe that's why a lot of them people commit suicide once some titles are taken away. Because, I mean, it's easy giving, it's easy taking. And me, I never believed in a job, period. Because if I'm going to come work that hard for you, I can work 10 times harder for myself.
Yourself.
I noticed that when they was paying people $8 an hour. Boy, is you crazy making $8 an hour? My homeboys in the hood made so much money on the streets, I could go ask them for $8 an hour, bro. I'm not coming to do no work for no $8 an hour, and I could get $10 to $15 an hour just from begging, for real. And that sound bad, but
no, but it's reality.
When it's people in the hood that got that money and they blessing people, Teezy, let me get $20 real quick. Boom, go to the next person. JoJo, let me get $20. I done made everything that I was gonna make at work plus some. And it's tax free. Because when you work for that $8 an hour and you done worked 110 hours for the last 2 weeks, and then you get that only $1,000 paycheck to be broken down to like $700 because of taxes and all that, you really killing yourself to work for somebody. I'm not doing that.
Right. So I'm glad you mentioned that. Cause them were some of the people I was talking about that, it'd be balling out of control. It's the drug dealers. So the drug dealers. So are the drug dealers bad people? Like, you know what I'm saying? Are they considered to be bad or good? Because before you answer that, let me just give you my walk so you'll really understand where I'm coming from. Cause I was taught to do all this at 8 years old. This is what, you know what I'm saying? I've been hustling. Like, I came in with crack. And so I've been hustling and, dealing with crack. I was 8 years old. This is what I was taught to do. But, I think I'm a pretty good person. You know what I'm saying? But when other people found out what you did, where you could come from, they look at you different, like you're not. But I was just surviving. I was just doing, like, you know what I'm saying? I used to literally be like, thank God for this crack. I ain't smoking, you know what I'm saying?
But thank you, Lord.
But thank God for it. Because if it wasn't here, I wouldn't have no school clothes. I wouldn't be able, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be able to take care, because I didn't have the same system everybody else had set up. They had mamas and daddies that were taking care of them. Now I had a mom, my dad had to go do his thing, but but I had a mom, but it just wasn't engaged like that with me. So I had to get it. And if it wasn't for crack, you know what I'm saying? But I think I'm a good person. So with that being said, how y'all look at the drug dealers? Are they good or bad?
What's bad to you might be good to others.
Yeah.
And then you gotta look at it like this. Drug dealers, the whole thing, the fact of the matter is, if you believe in Darwin's theory and laissez-faire, live and let live, and only the strong can survive, drug dealers weren't supposed to be made to look bad as they are. Okay, and if you look at it, they turned all that back around on black people, because if I'm surviving my means, we survived the fact that they dropped crack in our hoods. They dropped it in there so we all could get addicted and hooked on it, and we can die off really fast. They didn't know that we was going to become millionaires overnight because of something that they dropped in our hood. Look at Scarface. Look at all the big time gangsters, the Mexican gangsters. They done blew up half their cities. They done beat down the government. They done took over the prisons. They your drug dealers. We was the panhandlers. Okay? Because we had no way to go to Mexico to bring those drugs back into our little hoods that we came from. Okay? The police who implemented them drugs into they the bad people. Okay? You gave me something to trick me, if you ask me, because you got jealous. When I watched the documentary about Big Meech and them, they wasn't mad that those boys was drug dealers. They was mad because they had billboards. They was mad because they was buying up properties and putting people through college and doing great things. Drug dealers saved a lot of our lives. In my hood, the lights stayed on because of the drug dealers. There wasn't not one old person in that hood that didn't have food in their house. Their lights was on. Why? Because the drug dealers made sure that they took care of the older people that was in the neighborhoods. When we had the drug dealers outside and we was getting the money, we was more so living like Will Smith's Summertime. Okay? So I'm not going to say that we are the bad people because of what we were doing, that's which was surviving our means. It was the fact that you was trying, the bad people are the people who dropped it off to kill us. That's how I look at it.
Hey, so look, it's time to pay some bills. We got to pay some bills. So we're going to go reach out to some of these drug dealers.
Yes, sir.
We're going to go reach out to some of these drug dealers and see, you know what I'm saying, if they want to run some ads with us at this time.
Sip,
you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely time for us to make some money. Sip.
Pay.
Late Gate Slade is an official promoter of the Gulf Coast Bash. Follow him on Instagram at Live From The Gate. That's at live_from_the_gate. Your host with the most is an official promoter of the Gulf Coast Bash. The Gulf Coast Bash happens May 28th at Lad People Stadium.
1, 2, 3, let's go.
It's the Gulf Coast Bash. It's Gucci Man and Moneybagg Yo kicking the summer off on May 28th at Lad People Stadium. It's Gucci Man. It's Moneybagg Yo invading Lad People Stadium May 28th. Doors open at 5. Show starts at 7 as Gucci Man and Moneybagg Yo kick off your summer at Lad People Stadium May 28th. It's the Gulf Coast Bash. Tickets go on sale April the 8th at Ticketmaster.com. It's Gucci Man. It's Moneybagg Yo. It's the Gulf Coast Bash. May 28th. Lad People Stadium. Peace.
Welcome back, people. Welcome back, man. You know, I'm feeling like Master P. Hustler, baller, gangster, cap pillar.
Okay.
Who I be?
Your neighborhood drug dealer.
Hey, a nigga that's body. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
See the bacon soda right here.
Hey, you see, on that bacon soda over there. Hey, that was up, man. So for all the drug dealers out there, man, salute. It's a difference between drug dealing and hustling. You know what I mean? Like, I think drug dealers just stay drug dealers, but I think now it's some true hustlers that just happen to deal drugs.
Okay.
And then it's some period drug dealers. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like a nigga can't do nothing but play one sport or play one instrument. Like, you know what I'm saying? He can't do nothing else. But it's a difference between hustling and drug dealing. So I consider myself a hustler that dealt drugs. So, but I never consider myself to be a drug dealer because the drug dealers are different kind of people. I know y'all was saying that y'all thankful for the drug dealers, right? That y'all love the drug dealers. Y'all like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't be life without drug dealers. But I never wanted to be a drug dealer. I never thought drug dealing was the thing to do. Like, I never considered myself to be a dope boy.
Man, you wanna know what's so crazy, right? The doctors are the real drug dealers. To be totally honest. Like, we went from crack, a crack epidemic, to maybe a e-pill epidemic to now a perk epidemic, a morphine epidemic. These children not on street drugs no more. They on prescription drugs. So, I mean, who's the true drug dealer out here? Like, real serious. Like, every drug that's coming through it comes from the doctor. These kids, they want uppers, downers. They need Xanax. They need this. They need this. They need perks. They need that. They want the syrup. They want, what's the lean? And that's nothing but cough syrup. It's cough medicine. And it's infused with goddamn whatever's infused with to get you that high. But I mean, what is a drug dealer now? You can't even really say what a drug dealer is because it's not the street hustlers that they portray on the news. It's not because these people not even taking those drugs.
Hey, well, listen. Well, we definitely got wisdom in the room, and we got to use it today. So I definitely want to add, you know what I'm saying? You know, J-Mo. I get one to call him J-Mo. Hey, I'm talking about OG J-Mo.
J-Mo did it.
Hey, OG J-Mo. We're going to have OG J-Mo, you know what I'm saying? Because I know he used to real drug dealers, you know what I'm saying, coming out his time. So, you know, so tell us what a drug dealer is or supposed to be.
Well, I don't know. My definition of a drug dealer is somebody that push drugs, you know. You have, like you say, you have your hustler, your street person that may be selling some marijuana or something like that. They like to put them in that category. I don't think they're necessarily a drug dealer.
If they sell marijuana, they're not necessarily a drug dealer.
Yeah, I think, you know, when you start looking at the crack, the heroin and stuff like that, you know, the pills and everything, I think you got a legitimate drug dealer. But the question is, how do I feel about that, right? And, you know, I think people have to do things to survive. And I think certain people, this is where they find themselves at when they're doing something like that. I'm not totally for it. I'm not totally against it, but I don't like what it does to the community.
What about the doctors? You know,
yeah,
what about them? You think they drug dealers?
Them as well.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
writing the prescriptions, you know, just giving pain medication and stuff like that. You know, a lot of people go to the hospital because they got a backache and they come out after a month or two and they're on drugs because they have started to depend on these drugs and everything. It's a real kind of
the opioids.
Yeah, and all of that type of stuff. And now that it has crossed over, now it's beginning to get some light. You know?
So what do y'all call a drug?
Anything you can get off of at this point.
Okay, so
what
is
is
a
a
drug, any drugs that are people partake in now that's grown from this here planet, is that a drug?
That's what they say.
That come out the ground, is it a drug?
Coke come out the ground.
Right.
I know. Is it a drug?
That's what they said.
Is God made?
I mean, but see, that's the thing. Who put the stipulations on what drugs were or what drugs are? That's the thing. That's why I said they make it seem like it's a difference, but it's no different. The drugs that they producing on the streets ain't no different than the drugs that the doctors are producing within their pharmacies and things like that. It's just this thing that they know how they monitoring it, giving it out.
I think man-made pills are drugs.
Yeah, cause I was gonna say I grow some weed.
He said,
Everything from the planet opposite.
Yeah, you grow some weed, but I never grew a pill.
You overdo.
Synthetic drugs are definitely bad for you.
Like this new loud, and like Magic, me and Magic be talking about this new marijuana, or whatever it is.
yeah, I don't even like that because you could taste the difference, and when all that you could smell it when people burn it. You could smell chemicals and whatever they be smoking. It's just like wow.
And hey, the crazy part, people had got so used to smoking these chemicals now. Like you get them, if you get them a clean weed, like I got. You know, a clean, you know, hey, we sponsored by Green Cleanse. That's you know, Green Cleanse. You probably saw them on the commercial. Whoop, whoop, it wasn't our sponsor.
Okay.
But Green Clean, but Green Cleanse. But, you know, we definitely, you know, we support, you know, a clean smoke. Hey, we huh? What you say?
He said he was out for 2 days.
He was out for 2 days.
Goddamn gummies.
Hey, so he was out for 2 days off the gummy.
Man,
Hey.
it's pure.
Hey, it's pretty. So we green cleanse, green cleanse. You know, one of our sponsors, man. So we definitely have products. Hold on. Yeah, hey, hold it to the other camera. Yeah, there it is. They can see it right there. Hey, green cleanse. You know, that's them gummies right there. Green cleanse. I think that's Moon Rock he holding up.
Hawaiian Haze.
The Hawaiian Haze Moon Rock. You know, but if you're looking for a clean smoke, a healthy smoke, well, as healthy as smoke could be,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to look for a clean smoke, man. Like, you know, rock with this podcast, man. Inbox us. Let us know what you want, man. You can DM your order. We can ship it. It's, you know, we doing it the legal way. So it is what it is. But drug dealing and hustling, you know, like off the streets of Chicago, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people come from the streets of Chicago. Like, who is that crime boss? Al Capone, and there's some other ones, but that Chicago got some legend. You know, that's the home of the gang. What it is, the GD.
Yeah, all that GD Vice Lords, Black Stones, Black Disciples. They go a long way.
Latin Kings.
Yeah,
Latin King.
Yeah.
And then they have a whole lot of sub gangs.
People thought Bloods and Crips was a start, you know.
Right. So then we damn near going into some gang stuff. So what is it that, so when you see a gang member, they see people in our community that happen to be gang members, so they say, you know, that's a bad person or a good person.
Is it a bad person or a good person?
Yeah, a gang member.
What do they stand for and what are they doing?
A gang member that sell drugs.
Yeah, well, you know, everybody has good in them. So, you know, when you're talking about their action versus who they are.
Yeah, because everybody got bad in them too.
Everybody got bad in them.
We say you got 108 degrees of positive and 180 degrees of negative, which comes up to 360.
Yeah, but the whole thing is like, are you the gang member just out here beating up old women and killing people for no apparent reason? Or are you the gang member that's out here standing for a cause and you just not backing down from your cause? Because it's a difference. It's a difference in good and evil, period, just depending on how you look at good and how you look at evil. And that's that's going to always be the big question right there. What is good and what is evil? Because if you look at it, the world was built on evil. From what we know, look at all the abuse and murder. They done killed all the slaves. I ain't seen nobody prosecuted for that. I ain't seen nobody prosecuted for them being out there picking cotton until their fingers bleed. I didn't see nobody prosecuted for taking over people's shit that didn't belong to them. So
or compensated for it either.
Yeah, compensated or none of that.
Right.
So like, what is good and bad? Like, and that's how the laws contradict themselves, because you punishing me for the shit y'all did to build this country.
Right. I mean, in this life, it's the art of war.
Yeah, well,
basically the art of war. I mean, this was one thing wrong with our people. To me, we so damn kind-hearted and forgiving. Man, sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you say. What can you say that's good and bad?
I always said slavery would have never existed if we'd just done one thing.
Killed their ass.
Fall back.
Fall back.
Yeah, but you want to know, that's the thing. How did somebody manipulate your mind so bad that you wouldn't fight back?
Yeah.
That's the sad part. How did somebody manipulate one gun? Let me tell you something. If one gun holds 12 bullets and it's 50 of us, then 12 of us ain't gonna make it probably. And one person might get shot more than one time. So it could be a possibility that maybe 8 out of the 12 might not make it, but the person who holding that gun ain't making it either.
Exactly.
And we would have been taking over some houses and some crops and all that, because that's why I say slavery can never be reborn. That's how come they allow you to do it your damn self. They ain't trying to remake slaves or bring back slavery, because they see, if you see from all the test of the emergency broadcast systems, and when I say the test of the emergency broadcast systems, I'm talking about your Michael Browns, your Trayvons, you're this person, you're that person, that I can't breathe, George Floyd. That is a test of the emergency broadcasting system, because when you see one of them take one of us out, you see how we flood these streets, we burn down buildings, we do everything else, but you still ain't made a difference. Right. Yeah. It's just a lot of noise.
Well, that's another show for slavery because I got information on a lot of that.
Man, I like these millennials. I like to talk to these millennials, and these millennials say that they never could have been a slave. I grew up with people that say that too. I couldn't been no slave. Like you ain't never got hit with that whip. You ain't never.
Get hit with that whip, but make you want to hit their ass back.
No, okay. Yeah. You think that's what I'm saying? I done ran into that before. A lot of people say you ain't seen a man get snatched in half by horses before.
Yeah,
that's what they say.
I'd rather not be.
That's what they say.
But we say that because of where we are right now.
Right, that's what they say.
Right now, today, no, it won't happen. But you got to think about 200, 300 years ago, where your means were less. You didn't have anything.
Yeah.
It's
all about instilling fear, though.
But even then, you had people who resisted. You got to think about it. Your Harriet Tubmans, and
Well, you want to know what? It's just like you want to know what it is. I think it's a manipulation of the mind, and it's how you're trained and the way you're bred at home. Because just not long ago, we had that white man attack that young black girl in McDonald's, right? All her black coworkers, the boys. They didn't jump on that white man like they should have, because he should have been stomped down so he could never get up and walk again. They jumped on her. So look, that they born slaves, if you ask me. Because why did you touch her? My girl was I loved every boxer, every slave that came through them knuckles with every punch she hit his ass with. And my thing was, that was your time to show them that this is not
acceptable.
Right. This is not acceptable. That was the time that those kids was supposed to jump his ass and worry about the police later.
Right.
But because they's fear, because they already then instilled fear, then it's just like, oh Lord, let us get her so she don't get it. Fuck all that.
Right.
And that's what people don't get. Like, when we gonna get to the point that baby, sacrifice. Somebody, it got to be a sacrifice somewhere. Martin Luther King was sacrificed. Malcolm X was sacrificed. You telling me all these people was sacrificed for absolutely nothing?
Right.
Because they scared.
Yeah.
I asked a lady one time when I was at the mall. Was y'all going out for the marches? Y'all kids go out? One lady told me her child fears white people. How? How? This shit bothers my soul. It bothers my soul because the only reason why you guys mad at us is why? Because we black. You mad because my melon good. You mad because I'm a son child. You mad because I'm prayed up and I'ma stay up. Right. That's the only thing you mad at me at, because y'all got all the money. You got all of this. You got all the power. You got all the land. You got all the diamonds. You got every motherfucking thing. What else could you want but the oxygen out my goddamn body?
Yeah. They find a way to get that too.
But the thing is,
yeah, they will.
But this is my thing, right? If we wasn't supposed to be here, why not? Why you let us live? Why let us be born? It's easy to kill us at the hospital, nigga. We ain't even gotta never step foot out the hospital. Nah. Why would somebody want to be born into this shit just to try to figure out a way around no way?
Nah, they need that Social Security number, everything. And working with Department of Labor, help me understand.
Somebody to be on top, somebody's got to be on the bottom.
Well, it ain't us.
And that's the system that we live in and we work in. The more you can oppress someone, the more you can rise.
Yeah, well, that's sad, because
that's a sad ass
then
system.
When we start oppressing shit,
it's a sad system.
We become enemy of the states.
We too busy fighting each other.
Yeah. Or not paying attention to the big picture.
So y'all think it's any curve to this madness? Because if you ask me, it's a lost cause.
What's a lost cause?
Our situation. It don't went too downhill for me.
You wanna know what it is?
The thing I can say for you say that story is I call niggas and black people
two different people.
Right? I say us black people. A lot of times, really ain't a lot of times, you gotta leave these niggas behind. It's time for us to move forward.
Right.
Niggas behind, casualty of war. It just is what it is. That's my perspective.
I'm with you on it, because at the end of the day, like, I'ma stand for what I believe in. And my whole thing is, I ain't fucking with you, don't fuck with me. And I don't care what color you is. Especially those that don't look like me. I ain't fucking with you, don't fuck with me. I respect you, respect me. I demand my respect everywhere I go, even with these fucking Chinese people. I ain't playing with
Listen, before we get into before we get into that, man, listen, we're gonna pay some bills. Hey man, we're gonna pay some bills here, man. It's time. It's time for us to go to a commercial break around this camp, man.
Oh shit.
Hey, when we come back, we're gonna finish going left.
Damn.
This segment of Two Cups of Truth Radio TV podcast is sponsored by Green Clean Superior Herbs. People's Legal Aid Project, or PLAP, is a nonprofit charitable organization established in Houston, Texas, with services available nationwide. PLAP raises funds for individuals who cannot otherwise afford effective assistance of counsel and may be facing the death penalty due to unjust charges for what may have been self-defense against police brutality. Join the movement today and help PLAP save lives and donate to the Othel Wallace Legal Defense Fund. For more information, visit othel.org.
That was up, man. We appreciate all the sponsors coming back in. We appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, during the break, man, I was hearing Star saying that, you know, if she would have been born in slavery time, or if we were born in slavery time, that it wouldn't have been no slavery. Like, she trying to say she realer than Kenta Kute.
Kunta
Kinte, like, is she really?
Know the man name.
Hey, is she really? Listen, hey, Teezy, do you think Star is realer than Kente? Like, he wasn't, like, what you say?
Well, I mean, like I said,
your name is Toby.
I mean, with me, with slavery, I don't even say slavery. I say we was indigenous servants. Far as when it come down to the Indians, we were the Indians. So that conversation is for another time when it come to Teezy. Because a lot of things that we were taught in school just was not it.
But I know it, but I'm just saying, Star sitting next to you.
Oh, is
she's saying that.
Is she
I'm not Kunta. Ain't nobody beating me.
No,
like
she's
that.
saying that she really did, like, she was saying
you
that, like,
hatch it over there, I'm gonna see if she comes.
Hey,
she's saying, hey,
now,
man,
she Harriet.
She really believe that.
Different
Harriet,
from Kunta,
she
because ain't nobody whooping me, bar. I ain't playing with them people though.
Hey, but that go back to what Mr. Mo was saying, is that, you know, we live in this time of comfort, and we done had time to build up our confidence and everything that going. You know what I'm saying, like, we got people that they done made millions, and we done invented things. At this time, man, you seeing bodies snatched apart, they hitting you with whips, they doing the worst of the worst to you. And it's like, I'm talking about not just one person, but I'm talking about like the king of your tribe, the baddest person in your tribe. They gonna take him or her and humiliate them. So, and you say that and start saying, fuck all that. If I were born back then, I wouldn't have got my ass towed up. Do you believe that?
I know that.
J-Mo, do you believe the Star wouldn't have got her ass towed up?
She'd have been running something if she didn't.
Let me tell you something. I would have been one of the ones. Yeah. I would have been them ones. See, you had, first of all, my pigmentation would have had me in the house. Okay, so that let's make that clear.
You'd have been a house
nigga.
But
had you in the field.
My mentality, because that's where the trickery come in, where you making people believe something that it ain't. And I've been and took over the whole motherfucking house. Everybody been dead by the time y'all woke up in the field. And then I would have let y'all know that nigga, we good over here, cause ain't nobody in the house living but me.
Right.
So at the end of the day, like, people just didn't have the courage.
Yeah, you wonder why.
Because there's no way I wasn't feeding you and I was doing all this shit. If I got to go, I'm taking some of y'all with me. And that's just simple. It's no way I would have been no slave. You keep beating my ass. You keep putting people in front of me. I can't even watch slavery movies to this day. I don't watch none of that shit.
That's programming though.
Okay? Yeah. I can't even watch the new shit they coming up with, the horror movies that got anything to do with slavery, because it does something to my soul. I cannot help that. Unlike anybody else, y'all gonna bitch y'all way out of it and y'all want to stay alive. Fuck being alive, nigga. I would have been one that took one for the team, and I would have took them bitches with me. Straight like that. I would have started with their children. We would have been eating them bitches. Straight like that. We would have been cannibalistic around here.
Hey, what did the boy say at the end?
But you know they did do that. The women that had to take care of the kids, a lot of them poisoned those babies and killed them.
You should have. As they should.
Yeah.
As they should, because anytime that you take a race and you demoralize us and you do all this trifling shit to us just because of the color of our skin, it got to be something wrong with you.
Yeah.
It's something wrong with you.
That's a certain type of evil, but Nat Turner had it right. Kill them all.
And I thank you.
That was his mission. Go to plantation between High and Plantation, kill them all.
Kill them.
Everybody, the kids,
everybody.
Everybody.
Anything that's leaking their blood. But guess what? So what? Mm-hmm. Me and Nat Turner would have been best friends because it's not living. Mm-hmm. Okay? We didn't come here just to be here. We didn't come here just to exist. We came here to live just like everybody else. And it's supposed to be a free world. And we all supposed to be able to live amongst each other in a happy, healthy way. And because you're selfish, because you're ignorant, because you're nasty, because you're rude, because you're racist, because they are the first racist, white people.
And privileged.
And the thing about it is, I'm still not racist.
Right.
I will still help an old white lady. Mm-hmm. Long as she got respect for me, I got long as she ain't calling me no niggas and all that. If I see an old white person doing something, they struggling, you need help. And it's not because of the color of the skin, it's because you old. I want somebody to do that for my grandmother. You see my grandmother out in the street struggling, help my granny. Right. I'ma help yours. Mm-hmm. That's you. But I help anybody. Because one thing for certain, two things for sure, I'm not racist, but you ain't gonna fucking play with me. Right. And it's just simple. When it start coming about skin, don't fuck with me.
Have y'all ever asked?
I'm at J-Mo, he's probably the oldest in the building. Have you ever asked like your grandmother? Have you ever had a conversation with your grandmother or granddad about quote unquote slavery?
I have had that conversation.
Did they mention anything about coming from Africa, or they mentioned they was here already?
I had a great aunt that lived to be 105.
Ooh, that's a blessing.
That's a real blessing.
So I was able to talk to her, and she was able to tell me about my great grandparents, which were her grandparents. I think that's right, who were slaves, and her mother and father were able to take care of their parents after slavery ended. And she told me about the stories that they would tell. They used to put nails in a board and beat them with the board with the nails in it. So she would tell me about these different stories that her grandparents had went through while they were in slavery.
That's sad.
Did she ever mention Africa coming over? Did they mention that they might have came over on a slave ship?
No. But on my dad's side, my grandmother, her mother, was from West Africa. She did tell me that much. Okay. But they don't have any stories behind all of that. She just told me that, this is where my mother was from.
Well, you could tell one of my grandparents got raped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look at this skin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And all my sisters and brothers and mother and everybody dark. And you wanna know the funny part about it is I got teased growing up. And when I told somebody that I was the only light skinned person, people was like, Where were you born? Bitch, in the projects.
Because light skin used to didn't be popular, remember?
Yeah. It wasn't
you're probably
popular.
too young to remember it, but light skin didn't be popular. At one point it was popular when you was talking about the 40s, 50s, and 60s because they wanted everybody to blend in. But then when you start getting to the 60s and the 70s and stuff,
exactly. Light skin, it was exactly. And all my sisters and brothers are dark, and I'm the only light skinned child, and I was teased and tormented as a child for being the color of. So it's kind of crazy because you grow up and white people don't like you. But the whole time you was growing up, your own kind didn't like you because your skin wasn't similar to theirs. So that shit, that racism stuff, it's a really touchy situation. I'll be glad when the fuck everybody get over it.
And realize we all just the same.
We all gonna be here.
We all breathe the same way. We all hurt when we get pain.
Yeah. And then nobody pain is greater than the next because I can't stand for somebody to tell me their story, but y'all still don't take ours into account. Like, black people don't exist. You keep telling me. That's why, a lot of serial killers and shit, they white. They ain't black. Right. Serial killers, people that want to eat their children and do all this weird ass shit, that's white people that y'all let hide behind them blankets and shit. Like, the best part about it with black people, we ain't really out here to do nothing but have a good time. I ain't gonna lie. For the most part, all black people want to do is be able to eat good, sleep good, have good sex, and enjoy life. If we could party 24 hours and 7 days a week, bitch, we wouldn't even never be at work. We'd be partying 24 hours, 7 days a week, because all we want to do is live until there is no more living to be done.
That's our culture. And you know, a lot of times people think, you know, oh, you know, like I always look at the situation where people go, oh, you know, I don't want you to move in my neighborhood, or we don't want, you know, integration is important, but like you said, at the end of the day, I want to be around my people.
God.
I want to, you know, but we have to find a way to be around each other and get along.
I wish we could segregate all over again. I wish we could.
Just learn how to get along and live next door to each other without the animosity and the wanting to do hurt to each other and stuff like that. You know, in our own communities, we got a lot of problems.
So there's another question. As MLK said in his later years, I think I integrated my people into a burning building. Do y'all think we was better
Segregated? Yeah, I do, because Ben Carson would have been our doctor.
Yeah.
He the only black doctor that could separate them Siamese twins. Ain't no white doctor did that. Okay, so we would have been great. They would have been needing us for medicine. They probably would have been needing us for blood. They would have been needing us for a lot of stuff.
Because we had our own stores, we had our own businesses and stuff like that. You got to keep in mind, it was at that point that the outside eyes were looking in and said, okay, hold up.
Oh yeah,
They getting ahead too much.
That's the Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
All right, so
break it up.
So what slave was it? When did the first slave say, you know what, I think I wanted to try my hands at selling dope? Like what? Like
you know what?
What's like when did it when did it get to that point? Like we never identified that. I don't think we never even thought like.
And we
were past slavery.
But you got to keep in mind, whenever a person is in pain, what's the first thing you look for?
Drugs.
You look for some kind of way to get out of pain.
Mm-hmm.
So although they were having pain, their pain was more mental, and it's physical too, but it was more mental. So you look for an escape. So hence bootlegging, hence probably finding that's probably where marijuana probably started from. Somebody, well, let's smell good, let's smoke it or whatever, you know. Because again, when you're in pain, you're looking for a way to get out of pain.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta imagine if you was a slave and you were getting beat and your wife had to go in and sleep with the master and your kids were made to work out and the field
And your
get
daughters
sold,
were being raped and shit.
You were really hurt. You were mentally, you was going through something. So you look for an escape.
Yeah, but
I think that's where men came. I think that's where abuse came from, men beating their wives.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because again, when you dealing with that much pain, you look to take it out on something.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know,
hurt people hurt people.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it is. But you know, it's just sad that a lot of this stuff is only because they did all this to us for materialistic shit.
Yep.
That's the saddest part about it. Everything that was done to us or anything that looked like us is because of the land that you would like to possess, the money that you would like to possess, the diamonds, the gold, the this, the that. Like, bitch, we've been giving it to y'all our whole lives. You ain't never had to try to kill us to get it.
Right. Yeah, they've been taking it.
It's been a given.
Yeah.
Because we don't give a shit. We'll buy that shit, sell it to you. It's like you come with a top dollar, we'll sell it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, a lot of us didn't know no better. But it's really sad that this country alone was built off our pain. And nobody don't want to recognize that. And then you mental health issues. Michael Phelps, what mental health issues? He might be bipolar, but he bipolar because that bitch came up with everything and he throw temper tantrums. What about our bipolar that come from us being beat, abused, this, that, chased down by the police, shot by the police, all the mental anguish that y'all put on us every day, even by looking at TV.
So what we gonna do about it?
What you mean? I'm doing something.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that was what we do. They said, I can tell you what we do. United we stand, divided we fall. And they taught us that in school.
Yeah.
And until we put the guns down and stop killing our own, okay? Because that's one thing that, and now I don't even mean to take over the conversation, but that's one thing I don't respect about our black men. You'll use this gun and you'll take your brother out for the niggas. You're right, it's the niggas. It's the niggas. I don't like it. That you'll take your own people out with a gun so fast. Pop, 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 pop. You'll shoot them. anything. He just stepped on your shoes. He looked at you wrong. He beat you up last week. But I ain't never seen y'all pull out one of them guns on no white man. I'm sorry. I ain't seen you pull it out on a Mexican, a white one, a orange one, a blue one. All I see is my own killing my own, and it's just, it baffles me. Like, they done fucked us up so bad, that's all y'all see is black. That's crazy. It's crazy, but hopefully they'll wake up, because, like, it's not that serious. It's not that serious.
Well, I guess all that led us back to what's good and what's bad. You know,
still don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Like he ain't listening to the goddamn.
Hey, that is hey, so like I don't know where we went, but we were there.
Mexico.
Hey, we went to Mexico. We were there. You know,
we was hustling.
Right. So it's the Mexicans trying to get across the border to make them good or bad people. See, we ain't. Hey.
Y'all is terrible.
I'm
trying to go to Africa where Teezy don't was. I'm not going to Africa.
Hey, I ain't trying. Hey man, listen, I ain't trying to get on the plane and go nowhere right now for real. Hey, it is rough out here. It is rough.
It's only rough if you say it's rough. Look, that go back to the law of attraction. Let me tell you something. I pray to God guide my feet every day, and I don't even come in contact with the people that we talking about. So I'm thankful and grateful just because of that. Because I don't even have those type of people enter my space nor my life, because I open my hands and I pray that I don't run into you bastards.
Hey man, so look, I guess that's it for today, folks. Hey, I'm talking about any last words, any parting words, anything I want to tell the people, man, before we get out of here, man. We got like 60 seconds.
Teezy, you first? Like y'all already know who it is. It's your girl Star Money. Y'all follow me on Instagram at The Real Star Money. It's all peace and love on over here, so ain't no racism unless you bring it out me. But yep, that's it. I love you all.
Teezy, B.O.I, PBE on all platforms. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Jay Moore. My new name, Jay Moore. Huh?
Hey, Jay Moore.
Just go out and spread the love, everybody.
Hey, go out and spread the love. Listen, man. Hey, y'all check in that week.
PLAP is a Houston-based grassroots nonprofit organization that is a legal defense fund for the people when they are wrongfully accused of protecting themselves against police brutality. Our goal is to save lives. Police have legal defense funds for when they attack innocent people in the streets, so it is only fair that we, the people, have a legal defense fund for when we are wrongfully accused of defending ourselves against brutality by police. Please join us in our first campaign to save the life of Othel Wallace, who is facing the death penalty in Florida in a case that may have been self-defense. We, the people, through the efforts of PLAP, have come together in the revolutionary effort to end discrimination and police brutality by paying attorney's fees to help Othel Wallace have his fair day in court. Join the movement and donate today at othel.org.